Testing, testing. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I hope you are all doing wonderfully. I hope everybody is having. I hope everybody is having a good time. I hope everybody is a-okay. I hope the world is treating you as it should. I apologize for the last couple of evenings. I know we were supposed to Sunday do the confessions. I was going to do it yesterday. I got to feeling like shit. I mean, I don't know where. My stomach was fucking up. I was about to fall out or something. And so I was just not good to go yesterday. And for those of you who may have been in the sauce earlier, I had a small family emergency. Children are funny, but everything is a-okay. So I apologize for the short stream earlier. But like I was telling everybody in the sauce, I just want to let you guys know in the den, we finna get back active. You know, I've been just kind of thinking and working on a lot of stuff, and it's time to get back fully active. So I'm going to do my damnedest to get back, back to the daily thing. I feel like I'm cheating, not only you guys, but I feel like I'm cheating myself because I feel like I could do so much more. Only thing different, like I say, it probably won't be very many extended ends. Like I say, I plan on being on time, 10 o'clock on the dot, we get booted up, and midnight we wrap it up. Always protect yourself, wrap it up. Because like I say, it's just about tightening up my schedule, being more active, and there's so much more I could do throughout the day to get things going. I have a couple of recordings that I was trying some stuff with, but I'm probably going to end up re-recording those and uploading those about some of the topics that have happened recently. But tonight we're going to talk about Amber Guyger, the Botham Jean trial. She was found guilty. We're going to talk about that. We're going to open up the line. There's a new den line number, so the old number will probably be retired, just like the old sauce number. So I'll be tweaking some things with that, but we'll be using a new number for that to avoid some of the noise and nonsense of the ringing all throughout the calls. That stuff is annoying as shit. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to touch on before we get. Let's see, we got join us this evening. And let me put the bank on, I guess, right? I guess that helps too. I thought I was all the way together, but I was a little slow boogie. Rashida, Sweetberry. Sweetberry, some pistachios. And I guess y'all were in there before I got booted up. I didn't really say I wouldn't. Actually, I will hook Sweetberry, even though she's a sour puss, and Rashida up with their bonus pistachios. Beyond a funny nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi, what's the motherfucking deal? Professor Trill, what's the motherfucking deal? Fuck you and that rehab. Let me see. Shall we proceed? Make sure you guys are following Shall We Proceed. It is an excellent show. Mr. Arlene puts on an excellent program. And I think you said a week you're going to get back to active for season 2. If you're not following, I think you guys should definitely check that out. Much more reformed than the den, but excellent topics that I think all of you would enjoy. You should definitely check it out. Eastside Hero, shout out to the Eastside. What's the motherfucking deal? Savage Donald Trump. Let me see. Miss Meat. Let's see. DeMarkey. Nikki motherfucking Nicole. What's the motherfucking deal? Z Slaughter. Stop. Yeah, I caught it because I was, like I said, I was coming back in and I left the thing up, and I saw a couple of little comments. Y'all was there capping. Let me see. Let me see. Y'all some haters, man. Look, I don't need no hat. I'm kosher without the hat. I'm hatless tonight. Y'all just mad. You know what I'm saying? Y'all young bucks. Let's see. Broderick, what's the motherfucking deal? Miss Bell, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Look, if I miss you, I ain't dish you. Let's get into some good conversation. I guess I could pay up some of these berries or these pistachios to the berry. What owe you? Like, I didn't give you the $5,000 for last time, so I really don't want to give you any. But it is what it is. Oh, let's see. I put it. That's how you know. See, that's what I'm saying. Look, that's how you know I've been out the mix. I'm typing the shit in wrong. I can't even put the shit in wrong. It's all good. What you appreciate it for? You ain't even getting no pistachios. I typed shit wrong. So you telling me thank you for something. It wasn't even you ain't even getting none. Yeah, you got to get in early to get your early bird pistachios. But you know how it goes. Y'all get some pistachios in the mix. Um, so a couple of things that I want to talk about. Like I said, it's a few points I want to touch on, and then like I say, we'll open it up and we will, get your thoughts, get your perspectives on this case. Now I saw Savage Donald Trump say, he felt like it was manslaughter, not murder, and I can see your point, but I'm going to lean murder on this one, and the reason why, even though it may not have been premeditated, you killed a man. It was no accident. It was just poor. What's the awareness? But what were they saying? It was a term that they used, and so it was RW. Oh, look, this ain't a rocket stream. Um, and so my thing is, because this is something that could have been prevented. If it was an accidental situation, I can understand. Because a few things, with it being off duty, I can understand if you're on duty and this was you guys went to the wrong house, you raided the wrong house or something like that. I could almost understand, because I think the circumstances would lend themselves to it a bit more. But this is a situation where you made a mistake, a large mistake, and you killed a man for you being unaware. Oh yeah, the text messages between her and the other cop. Um, I'm wondering, is the guy's wife going to divorce him? Probably not. I doubt it. The cop that's her partner, he's married. She's a scumbag. All you women should be again. You women. Half of y'all can't find a man. Yeah, I'm talking shit tonight. And so y'all should be mad that this home wrecking murderer. Oh, y'all know it's the deal. We finna get loose tonight. It's been a minute. Welcome, Kamika Brooks. How are you doing this evening? Glad you could join us in the den. Um, this home wrecking murderer, this adulteress. It's a terrible deal. It's a terrible deal. But yeah, apparently there's text like immediately, like they said shortly afterwards, she was texting old buddy, and then I think she went down to the car after they were investigating the scene. They were saying basically as the body was passing by her, she was texting her partner, sexting her partner. Um, then you have the allegation. I think a day or two after they were talking about she was soliciting her partner with sexual messages. So she wasn't impacted by this. She didn't care about this. What happened was she got on that stand and realized that there's a very much so a likelihood that this could be a wrap for you. And when faced with your own, I don't want to say mortality, but when you've built this mentality around you, of what's the word I want to say? Not self-sufficient, self-preservation, I guess you could say, in a way. And that starts to come crashing down. And you have to start facing reality. I think that's what it was. The shock that you went from being protected by the law as an agent of the law to being on the other side of it. And I don't think, most people see themselves that way, especially if you get into law enforcement. I don't think you see yourself as a person who is upholding the law by any means. And there are some people who are law enforcement agents and they do dirt, but they don't see it that way, because they feel like, for the most part, they're doing good for the community, and every now and then they may do a little dirt here and there. It's almost like the Bill Cosby situation. He rapes, but he saves, right? If you're doing more good than bad, what are you really? I mean, it's a bit of a question, but it's very interesting to find out. She hasn't been sentenced yet, if I'm not mistaken, and that's another thing I want to talk about, because I think it's between 5 years to 99, and so that's why I say people, oh, this is a win for black people, and all. It's not a win because this guy, college student, doing well for himself, has lost his life. There is no win for anybody. This is a loss for his family. No matter what she gets charged or anything like that, nobody won anything. And so that's why I don't understand why people consider this a win. In what way is this a win for anyone? Again, like I said, young man lost his life. This wasn't no street nigga. This wasn't like old buddy in Memphis, shooting it out with the cops or anything like this. This is just a young man. I believe he was involved in some form of fellowship, He graduated from Harding University, worked for, what is it, Price Waterhouse Cooper, something like that. Okay, well, good. Shout out to Miss Kemah and her husband. Everybody's welcome in the den. Even though we get a little ratchet sometimes. You know, so it's a delicate blend of ratchetness and righteousness, and riskiness. You know, so I'll probably say some stuff that'll get this channel canned one day. But but like I said, the thing about this that makes me most upset is because, you know, this is a good guy for all folks as far. Oh, okay, okay. There you go, Broderick. I see you. So my thing is this, though. You know, my thing is this. It's just like, it's unfortunate because, again, like I said, there is no outcome. You know, and I hate that. That's the thing with us black folks. We got to really cut that martyr shit out. You know, we love everybody else to be the martyr. No, there's no win. You know, you can look at it like, oh, well, you know, well, we finally got the police. It's not. I don't think this case is like a lot of those others. I think this is kind of an outlier when you look at it compared to most situations. Again, like I say, it's an off-duty situation. It's just, it's hard for me to fathom I just walked into the wrong apartment thing. You know what I'm saying? It's really tough for me to buy that, especially when you are a professional in a line of work that requires you to be alert, perceptive to most things. And so it's very difficult for me to buy that. And I haven't seen the exact text message. You've done that, Heidi? Well, you're a goof. That's why. And so my thing is just, I have questions, but again, like I say, nothing's really resolved, and I don't think you really have anything. Because I mean, you know, everybody can be cheering today and saying, "Oh, well, it's great. It was a victory." Well, how would you feel if, again, like I said, I don't know exactly when the sentencing is, but what if they say, "Oh, wait, we're only going to give her 5 years"? Then everybody's livid again. Everybody's mad again. Everybody's upset again. So I think you have to let everything play out. And again, I don't see this as a win. I jotted down a couple of things. And I know people they try to invoke the castle doctrine, right? And the castle doctrine is similar to, I guess, what you would say a stand your ground law, right? You know, this is my castle, this is my home. Basically, I can protect my stuff, my property, whatever. Well, you're in somebody else's home. It's not your property. It's not your stuff. So, you know, you really can't invoke that one, man. So I think that you can't really rock with that. Yeah, and that's what I think. That's what I say to me too. I believe that this was just a different one. Like, there's no real legitimate excuse for saying that, oh, I walked into the wrong apartment and I killed someone. Well, then you were reckless. And you're kind of a danger. And I mean, you may not have intended to have been a danger, but you're a danger to society almost. Are you that aloof? Are you that unaware? Especially to have the title and the responsibility that you have in your form of employment. Like I said, this man lost a life. I don't know, man. Like, it almost felt like there was something more, but again, I just don't see it. Like, I know allegedly when it first came out, there were rumors of, oh, they were formerly dating or, you know, something like that. I don't see that being the case, unless there was something else like I missed, unless there was something that I didn't observe. But if she was, you know, fucking around with her partner, you know what I'm saying, then either she was very promiscuous, if she was messing with the Jean guy too, or like I say, it was just a situation where it's a tough deal, man. It's a very tough deal. I see Kenneth has gotten timed already. I didn't even see anything he said. I didn't really know he was in there. I just saw Kenneth got timed out. That's how it works, though. But again, like I say, this guy had a solid gig, a risk associate. What is it? A risk assurance associate? I'm not even sure what that means. So, you know, it is what it is. The big deal, what I think the big deal is that, again, it's just a story involving law enforcement. It's a story involving people of different races. And so, you know, it's going to get blown up. But if you listen to most people say, well, it's Texas, and Texas is so racist, it'll never. Well, she got found guilty in Texas. And again, I'm sure there's other cases people try to point to and allude to. But I think, you know, when things are relatively clear, I think that, things get handled appropriately. I think if it was a situation, again, like I said, if it was a situation involving something in the streets, something with criminal ties to it, I think you'd have a different problem. But again, like I said, this just seemed like, as far as everybody knows, as far as I can tell, the guy was straight up. The guy was, like I said, a college graduate, employed, minding his own business. You know what I mean? So, again, like I said, I think that when you're dealing with an everyday citizen, again, has no record, has no real way of being able to dispute his credibility, then I think you're gonna have to pay those dues. Now, Dallas has actually charged a couple of cops in the last few years. I think they said it's been 3 in the last few years, and then they actually have another one that's about to come up on trial. So it's going to be very interesting. Oh, word! No, I didn't even see that. I saw something they were talking about. Something she was posting about wanting to kill people on social media. She couldn't wait to get the chance. Interesting. Well, she got the chance, and she got the consequence too. Then, so there's that. Kenneth, you fucking up. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like you fucking up, dude. 68 is unacceptable. Get your ass out the den. Get your ass out the den until you passing. I'm finna block you on the den and in the sauce until you passing in classes. I want to see some report cards. Word. I didn't see all that, so I'm gonna have to go back and look at all that. So y'all have to send me some links to that. She said she lynched a nigga tonight and said something else. Okay. Y'all have to send me that. Make sure y'all I don't know if this new number gets text or not. But like I said, it's a new number, so we'll check it all out. I'm going to talk for about 2 more minutes. We'll get 20 minutes in, and then we will rock with that. But yeah, and so that's why I say, again, it is what it is. Again, you're going to deal with the consequences. You got the wrong one. And that's why I say, if it would have been on some street shit, somebody, one of these criminals in the street, somebody out there gang banging, or you'd have caught somebody with a gun on them or something of that situation, then maybe you're having a different case. Maybe you're talking about something different. But you're talking about a guy with no criminal history and you invade his space. It's going to be a tough one to beat, Chief. Like I said, it's going to be a real tough one to beat. Well, it's not going to affect us at all because he's going to jail. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. Like I said, it's very unfortunate this young man lost his life. That's the fucked up part about it. But there is no benefit. Now, if she got off and got to keep her job and do all that, then you start having questions. But she was fired basically immediately after she, they first charged her with manslaughter. They upped it up to murder. And again, like I said, the jury asked about the Castle Doctrine and a couple other things. But again, like I say, it's she took the L. And so it's going to come down to how much time she gets charged. Now, if all of this stuff, like you're saying, this social media stuff is true, then I think that'll come to light. I think, the judge, also being a black judge, is definitely going to take that into account when it comes down to sentencing. So it's going to be very interesting to hear. Like I say, there isn't too much. I don't think there's any real reasonable anything that you could have come up with and said to justify this happening. You know what I'm saying? Okay. See, like I said, I haven't seen her social media post. Like I said, I hadn't been all the way that all the way involved. Like I said, I saw it when it first happened, and then as I saw the that she was found guilty. Oh yeah, that's not good enough. Not good enough, Kenneth. I'm disappointed. We got to get that English up. We got to get that. We got to get that history up. We got to get that business information management up. Need that physics up. Football, the only thing you're halfway doing decent in. You fail in football. How you fail in football? Huh? How you fail in football, bro? Kenneth? How you doing that, huh? I ain't never seen a nigga fail football because you got that raggedy Steph Curry ankle. Terrible. Yes. But let's get into it, man. Like I said, it's a new number to the deadline, so if you have the old number, delete it. And again, I don't know. I think I can get text on this number, but the reason why I switched it up is because let me make sure something. Give me a second. Let me get everything set up. But Let's X that out. Oh yeah, so you're talking about need you hurry, all that other stuff. Sad situation. But like I say, I'm sure she'll find a nice girlfriend in prison, and she will have all the love she needs. Let's go. But my thing is, like I was saying, is it's because the old phone, like I said, anytime somebody would call, all that beeping and shit. Excuse me, pardon me. It would get real annoying real fast. So I had to switch up services, and let's actually do it like this. Close that. Y'all ask me too many damn questions. Don't ask no questions. Where did it go? See, I ain't gonna lie. The one thing, excuse me, is that the other service did have a better app, but like I say, to avoid a lot of the noise. Like I said, I try to think about it from y'all's perspective, and what I mean by that is, especially if you're just a person who likes to listen in, you don't necessarily call in. You just kind of, just like to hear what's going on. You like to listen to the calls and things like that. All the beeping can get quite annoying. So, and let me make sure I ain't got that recording shit on. I had that shit on the first time, and oh, there are. Oh no, that might be all worth it. Oh, I might have just discovered something great. That might have made it that much more worthwhile stumbling across that. Let me check this, because I know last time I was fooling with it, it had something about recording calls. Make sure the call recording thing is off. I don't know. That's on. Okay, text messaging is on. I don't want the call recording on. No recording. All right. All right. Cool. Everything else looks good. I probably should have set all this up before we went live, but I ain't gonna lie. I forgot that I switched the numbers, and so I had to make the number real quick. All right, cool. All right, I think we're good to go. Let me put the new number up, man. Let's talk about it. Make sure you follow the Den Show on all the proper social medias. You feel me? I guess I didn't do none of this shit in the beginning. I'm your host, Ed Honcho. If you don't know, well, now you know. I have to change that because that is the old number. Make sure you're following on the Twitters at Den Show Live. If you like to tweet, you got them Twitter fingers, make sure you follow Den Show Live. Make sure you follow on Facebook at Den Show Live. Make sure you like the Facebook page and be a part of the Facebook community. Lots of crazy, interesting things going on. Going on there. Make sure you follow it on Instagram to stay updated, because YouTube doesn't always notify. I'm going to start using the community tab much more. And like I say, getting myself a schedule together here and getting everything in order. If you want to become a Patreon supporter, you can go to, I don't know if that's showing up or not. I guess I got to refix that. You can go to denfolk.com. It'll take you to the Patreon page. Yeah, okay, so these I have to fix up. If you want to listen, you go to denshowpodcast.com. Like I said, the podcast will get back more active. We'll become more active, because I was doing the live Saturday thing. We're going to get back to that and a lot more. If you want to get you some Den Show merch, go to denshowshop.com. Got a few interesting things coming in for that. So hopefully y'all stay tuned. I think Thursday some stuff is supposed to arrive. I actually got me a new hat. I got all the Honcho colorways. If you want to support the channel, you can go to denjamins.com if you would like to donate. And I have to find the mask link, because I know some of you guys like to entertain with the crazy ass mask. I don't know how I feel about those masks. They definitely take away from the conversation, but they're funny as shit, so I can't complain too much. Here's the new deadline number. Let's get it cracking, man. So while y'all are doing that, I'll find the mask link so I can put that up there for those of you who like to engage in the tomfoolery. There we go. So like I said, I want to know your thoughts. Yes, we have the 10-minute rule in effect. The 10-minute rule will be active. Because like I said, I know the last couple of times we just kind of got willy-nilly. And a black face mask. I kind of got that mask naturally. So I don't know if it works. You know, I naturally come with the black face. But let me see. Here's the link. Here's the link. There you go. And for those of you, it's the same link as the Den Show, the regular donation link, but you just put /mask at the end. And like I say, y'all have fun with that. You talking about the African face mask. But my thing is this, right? My thing is this. Oh, you gotta Google the Trudeau mask. If you think it's under Trudeau, and it'll show up. So like I say, you know, here's my thing. Bad and Bougie, how you doing this evening? Good to see you as always. Only one law. Good to see you. I've missed your singing and your lovely harmonies. We're talking about the Amber Guyger, you know, Botham Jean situation, where she has been found guilty. And I want to know y'all's thoughts. I want to know if you think that. No, I've never cheated. Here's my thing. I've never cheated on a test. Ever. I never cheated in school. Like, I have this weird sense of integrity. It's like it's stupid, fucked up. It's dumb, or it used to be really dumb. I've make a little bit more sense now as I'm getting older, but it's still pretty offbeat. But I'd rather fail than cheat. Like, I don't know, but I never failed, so it wouldn't really, like, only time I failed was like if I just did not do it. I'm just like, man, fuck this, I'm not doing it. But, you know, because school used to be, I don't know if it's still the same. It used to be, what, 70%, it was like 70% test and then 30% homework or something along those lines, right? And so what I would do is I just take my test and ace my test. Like, it wasn't hard, you know what I'm saying? And if it just came down to it, like I didn't like ace everything, then I'd go do like I'd make up some homework somewhere or something. Or if there was a possibility for like a little extra credit or something, because it would maybe be a percent. And so my grades wouldn't be great unless it was a class that didn't really have homework. If it was class that, you know, I got everything done in class, because I'm not taking this shit home. I'm not going to take this work home. Like, I'm not going to do it. Like, if I don't get it done at school, school stays at school, work stays at work. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm cheating, right? Oh, stop. But yeah, we had the TOS test. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we had back then. But so my thing is this: like, if schoolwork stayed at school, the fucking homework stayed at school, backpack stayed at school, anything school related stayed at school. They're taking that shit home. Yeah, good luck with that. But that's how I used to be. Like, I used to fucking yeah, my conduct was shitty though. Fucking, I couldn't tell you the last time I got to eat. But it was like, I mean, like I say, half the time I wouldn't go, especially in high school. High school was terrible. Like, half the time I wouldn't go. And when I did go, you know, it'd be like on Fridays whenever we had tests. I'd go in there, fucking ace my test. People be mad. It's fucking dude. You don't even fucking come to class. How the fuck he's getting good grades? It was like my grades weren't good though, because they were like right at the brink, because I wasn't doing the extra shit. So, you know, it is what it is. But again, like I said, we're talking about. Make sure I got the right number. Yeah. Okay. We're talking about Botham Jean and everything on the scene. What? Oh yeah. I think right when I was leaving is right when they were about to implement the tax tests. And then I know y'all had some other shit after that. That TOS test shit was, yeah. Yeah, tax was like the last year. They had like some options, like they were testing it out, I think, on our class. But like we were like the last one, I think, to do TOS. And then like the next year was gonna be that tax shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to be a fucking guinea pig for a tax test. Why would I do that? Why would I want to do that? Like, I think standardized testing is stupid, but it's easy. Like, that's what I say. That's why it kills me too. I know I'm going off track, but this is the dead, and you know how that goes. But I never understood why people sit here and say it's racist, that standardized testing is racist towards black people. I never understood that. Never understood that. Because I've told you, like, especially growing up, for the most part, till about midway through high school. I'm glad whoever did that anonymously, anomalous. Whoever did that, it's a good deal. Good deal that you did that anonymously, because I would hit you with the block button. This is terrible. I am offended. I am so offended by these goddamn cats. This is terrible stuff. This is terrible stuff. I'm very upset right now. I gotta go see which mask I can cut off. I have a feeling. I have a feeling who would have done this. I have a feeling who would have done this. Yeah, they hit me with the culprit. Like they hit me with the man. It's certain stuff. Man, I be having some jokes that I cannot say. That's why I'm gonna start getting back to the. I'm going to start getting back to the podcast and things like that, because there's a lot of shit I be want to say between here and the sauce that I just know I cannot say, that I cannot say on this channel. But it'd be some shit I'd be thinking that'd be hilarious, and I'd be wanting to cap sometimes. But I'm just like, you know what? One, I'm not giving out any more free attention. If it ain't benefiting, like I say, the dead or sauce, I'm letting certain people make it. But on the podcast, I'm finna start going in. So those will be coming back. Yeah, I don't even want to say it like I say that, because certain individuals does. Like I say, my whole thing is, man, I'm not right all the time. I have no issue not being right all the time. And I'll admit, y'all know me. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I cannot stand a motherfucker who'll try to pop up the one little thing that they think they right on, and then immediately be wrong after that. And you don't see the motherfucker for months, dog. Yeah, the motherfucker tried to pop up in the comments the other day. Real ones knew that this team was going to be elite, that this team was legit. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody heard from you since you claimed Clowney was going to get long-term signed and the secondary was better and all that other dumb shit. My thing is, dog, just have some morals about yourself, dog. Like, that's my deal. What's the motherfucking deal, Wink? Have some morals about yourself, man. Miss Grace, how are you this evening? Always good to see Miss Grace. Yeah, man, they hit me with the suspect. Oh, there goes the snapping turtle herself. Have not seen old Snapper in I don't know how long. Look, now she was talking shit to me in the sauce, y'all. She pulled up on me in the sauce in the comment section talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And then look who done popped up. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And then go sit there and go 2-1 talking about, oh, yo, this team is elite. And then get your ass waxed, and then you don't fucking hear nothing from a motherfucker. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, good job, kids. Go to bed, man. Oh, you just got to Cali. Okay, well, safe trip. I'm glad that you made it safely. And hope you enjoy yourself when you get out there. Just stay away from female pimp. She's a bad influence. But again, man, like I say, but I was talking about standardized testing for a second. Like, I don't understand how. I don't understand. I know fucking. You got to watch out. That's why I don't sneeze on camera, because of people like Jason S. I like Jason S. But I know Jason S. will screenshot your motherfucking ass, and so that's why I don't sneeze on camera. Look, I might need to pull this one out for the sauce. This might need to be one for the sauce, man. Oh man, this is tough. This is tough right here. I might have to have one or two face masks for the sauce. Here's my deal. Here's my deal. I'm not a Westbrook fan, and I know I'm not supposed to be talking sports here in the dilly dally, but I respect his energy as a teammate and what I've seen from him around. I don't know how much that's the James Harden influence, but I saw a little clip with him and Gordon and some of that other stuff. So far as him being a supportive teammate, I like what I see. We'll worry about the rest of it whenever we get there. Oh, you got jokes, huh? You got jokes. See? So never gave you masks. You niggas masks. But here's my deal, man. Here's my deal. Back to the standardized testing. That's what happens every time I'm finna say something about the shit. I did a bass pop up and I get distracted. So about the standardized testing and my thoughts on that, right? Is I don't understand how that is racist. Like I don't understand how that is considered a racist thing, man. They haven't sentenced her yet. They just found her guilty. So I think the sentencing phase is going through now. But excuse me. Oh, pardon me. But my thing is this, like I said, is that's for Professor Trio right there. Nah, overdone future, goddamn. But nah, nigga, I ain't gonna never have no fucking. Look, I understand niggas highlight they shit. You get bored with your shit and doing all that, but that blonde shit and dyeing your shit all blood, fuck all that. Uh, well, my thing is this. Like I say, no, there's been allegations. There was a story that came out a couple of weeks ago, and then it's been a thing that people have been saying for years. I mean, for decades, honestly, saying that standardized testing has a negative impact on black students. And I've never understood how that worked. Oh, this is awesome. This might be perfect. Let's see how this goes. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Belle.
Miss Bell. Ah, I love the new call system because now I can take calls without the ringing interfering the thing, and I can still get the call. Awesome. So, Miss Bell, how are you doing this evening, Miss Bell?
Good. I was actually surprised everybody else waited and let me call in first. Usually everybody's bitching because I call in first.
Mm-hmm.
So, wanted to talk a little bit about the trial.
Okay.
On the East Coast, we kind of got the newscast that she basically went into the wrong apartment and shot this dude.
Yeah.
I kind of think that's bullshit. Because the fact is, if it was your house and you look around and it's not your furniture, there must have been a little bit of time between her pointing the gun at the guy, shooting the guy, and figuring out it wasn't her paintings on the wall.
Exactly.
And like we've all said, if she's a seasoned officer, she's trained to look around and know her environment. Now, don't get me wrong. I know cops have definitely gone into the wrong house on orders.
Yes.
But that's slightly different than this, when this is supposed to be your own house and you should be knowing which apartment is yours.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So I think somebody had mentioned vehicular homicide. That only comes up when there's an actual vehicle or something motorized. Because it actually can, tractor comes under that too, which I didn't know. And there's a couple of other things that come under that, which are kind of weird. But the point is she should probably get involuntarily manslaughter. But the fact is she might not have planned it. But the thing is she's got to take responsibility because the burden of proof is a bit higher. Like you said, she's a professional in this particular field. She should have known better. Now, I don't know about all the social media stuff. I have not stayed on track as far as that goes. But the bits and pieces that I've gotten through on it is that, I mean, she was just kind of like, I'm so sad, I'm so sorry. And it's like, yeah, you got to take it on the chin with this one. I mean, and I don't think it should change whether it was her being female or male. I think it was the fact that she fucked up, plain and simple. You know, because there would be absolutely no leeway if it was a man. You know, and on that note, I don't think it should have been any leeway that it was female. Now, if she felt like her life was in danger, just like any male, there's still precautions. And whatever happened to the tasers? I mean, there's quite a few officers that just carry tasers. It doesn't mean they don't have a sidearm, but did she need to go complete DEFCON 8 on this poor guy? You know? And how much does that really say about you as a cop if you don't even know what your own surroundings are?
definitely questionable, especially in your own home. You would think that you would take an extra regard, when going home. Again, like I say, I think it's a lot of things that are extremely questionable in this entire situation. And again, it's hard to buy because I don't see your average person making a mistake like that. Oops, I went to somebody else's house and did that. Like, so if it would have been me, well, yeah, good luck with that. If it had been me, that case would have been over and done months ago. But my thing
Actually,
is,
to tell you the truth, I don't think it's completely a black and white thing. I think it's a male thing. Had it been a male, it would have been over months ago. I think there's a bit of benefit of the doubt because she's female. I don't think it's right or wrong. I just think it is what it is. But you're probably not wrong about the black thing. I don't know because I'm not from that particular ethnicity, so I'm only going with what I know. But what I do know is that it's been mandated that cops are basically 24/7, so they have to carry the weapon. Had she gone out and had a few drinks before that because she had gotten off or whatever, that she's still liable for her actions too, as though she was completely sober. So, I mean, I don't know what time of day it was. I don't know if she'd just gotten off of duty. Or who the hell doesn't know what their frickin' apartment is or their condo or their place that they're living? I mean, it kind of makes you question whether she should have been in that job anyway.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think there's a few things. Like I say, to me, her whole level of integrity is questionable, and it's not. And again, this is not saying that everybody who goes out and is adulterous or whatever you want to call it is a murderer, but it's just like she has a few other things going on that, like I say, that make her character extremely questionable. Like I say, you're affiliated with a married man who's your partner. You out there, I believe they said, there was some. She remotely, like almost very shortly after. She wasn't really concerned. It wasn't a traumatic impact on her life and her emotional state. I feel. Like I said, I haven't seen some of the text that everybody else is talking about, but I did see, that immediately after the incident, she was sending, sexual messages to the guy that she was, messing with, the married officer, her married partner, or whatever. Shortly after this, look, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, me personally, if I committed an accidental murder and was concerned with the loss of life, or if I was traumatized or any of these things, I don't think that I would necessarily be thinking about fucking right after that, or within the next few days, weeks, minutes, whatever it may have been. Different people handle things differently, and and this is why I'm saying accidental or an incident or whatever. If you had purpose and intent to do it, then it's a different feeling. But that's why I say it's just a lot of things that kind of happen immediately around that incident that definitely bring up a lot of questions.
Yep. And question of integrity is the highest probably level on all of that. Because as you were saying, I mean, she wasn't just small shady, she was huge shady. In the way that she was going about it. She may not have premeditated it. However, she didn't help her case with all the follow-up crap she did afterwards. And knowing that anything and everything she says can be used against her, regardless of the fact of whether she's in the limelight or not. When a crime goes unsolved, I mean, they're going to spread that a lot of times to find a person of interest. And obviously, since she's the one that actually shot him, I mean, they're going to look at her life under the microscope. And there's a lot of people that couldn't stand up to being put under a microscope, whether they did anything right or wrong. No. I don't think that she had good integrity. And to be honest with you, I have a real hard time with a lot of that across the board. I think that society has dropped their standard of integrity.
Yeah, I would agree.
But no, I definitely believe that if the jury has got the information and she's wrong, she's wrong. I didn't hear enough positive or negative for me to want to make a total judgment call, but just a little bit I've heard, her ass needs to go to jail.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think And like I say, with them finding her guilty is going to be interesting. But like I say, with the range of time that's allowed, anywhere between 5 to a life sentence, I think that's when I think you're going to see the real response. And so what I'm saying is that if they give her the lighter side of it, 5 years, I think you're going to see more outrage. As similar to when the incident first happened. A lot of people are celebrating now because she's guilty. But again, like I say, a couple of years, what is that really? You might have got a heavier sentence with the manslaughter charge. But I think it's just going to be interesting to see where it lies in that time frame. How long she gets and how long before she's eligible for parole, or if she's eligible at all. So I think it's going to be.
Honestly, I think she should get a harsher sentence due to the fact that her accountability was higher for the fact that she was pre-trained as a professional in this field. And she screwed up.
Yeah.
And knowing better meant she should have tried to do better. And, everybody fucks up at one point or another. I think that we have that as a trivia question once in a while, too. Everybody fucks up sometime. Yeah. But that's kind of the point, is that there are times that in your professional field, yeah, you're going to fall deeper and harder because you're supposed to do better. No better than, all right, this is a really bad example, but it's actually a perfect example. No better than the priests that were caught with child issues. They were supposed to be men of the cloth and supposed to be good role models, and yet here they were making really bad decisions and already knowing better that they shouldn't have been doing it.
Yeah. That's tough. Yeah, that's very interesting. I forgot where it was. They opened a lot of those cases back up too with some of those priests.
Yeah, Boston was a big one for many years. I mean, there was a huge thing about it up there. There were many cases about it. And the problem is that if the diocese of whatever they're in doesn't want to fire them, they just farm them out to another one.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with multiple cases or numerous cases, is that the priests would go from one parish to another, moving the problem from one district to another, but never actually fixing the problem. So, but it's like anything. If you've got a big corporation and you have one person that's clogging the wheel, they just remove it and put it into another position if they're still worth their weight in their job. And that's the sad part. I mean, how many people have you known to get promoted to being a boss when couldn't do the job when they were your coworker? But it was either push them up to push them out. That happens too.
Yeah.
So, anyway, anything else kind of go? My Panthers took your Texans over the weekend.
I've never heard of these Panthers you speak of. Was that like a hockey team?
Yeah, something like that. They're kind of resting up because Cam Newton wasn't even playing. But, and as a matter of fact, I'm still a Saints fan, and they also nailed it too. So I'm pretty happy for them.
I'm really upset at the timing of all of this, because as soon as you mentioned the Panthers, someone drops a salty mask about the game. Very interesting how all this has just come together. I think there's a conspiracy happening in the den, and I have to do my own internal investigation.
I will tell you, I'm not a super football fan. I just happen to enjoy those two teams, but DNA-wise, I'm supposed to be a Patriot. I don't disown them. It's a family thing. It's like you being from Texas and say you move to, I don't know, Wisconsin. Green Bay would be your home team, but you'd still probably always be a Texan fan kind of thing.
Yes, unfortunately, I will always be a Texans fan, as much as they depress me.
Well, yeah, I've had cause for that with the, I can't even think, New Orleans Saints. Anyway, anything else going on or any other questions?
No, ma'am. I think that's That's
Oh,
all I
what's
got.
going on? I can't see the board right at the moment.
No, it's some of these masks that have been applied, and someone's beefing with
Hey,
golden grams.
it's no different than in the fall when they have the carnivals and they have the, what is it, the water tank?
Yeah.
Three balls for a mask, for $1 for a mask to put on them. It's no different than you getting tanked in the water dunk tank. It goes to a good cause.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's all for the game. It's terrible, but it's all for the game. So I'm not tripping. Oh, man. Okay.
Comes Grace, I said hey, and everybody else on the den line. I'm just been a long week and taking it one day at a time today.
Okay. Well, I hope all is well. And like I said,
It is.
I'm going to be working on us getting back to the regularly scheduled programming so we can get back to being
That would be nice.
used to be.
That would be nice. All right, Honcho, have a good night, and I'm back to the boards.
All right, Ms. Bell. The bell has rung. Class is in session. Thank you for calling.
Yep.
Right. I love it, yo. It's the new deadline is much better. I just need to adjust it for the sauce too. No ringing, no beeps. We have a winner. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling in to the den this evening?
Peekaboo, you fuck you.
Wink, man, what's on your mind, man? How you feeling about this whole situation?
Man, when you look at that bitch face when they read the verdict, nigga, she looked right at her lawyer like, nigga, you told me I was getting off. Like, that's the look she had on her face. Like, that bitch knew. She knew what her job title was. She knew exactly where she was. To me, I mean, the fact that you just, how the fuck do you accidentally stumble into somebody else's house? Like, bitch, did you go to the leasing office? What, you tried to holler at this nigga in the streets and realize he lived right next door to you, and you went to the leasing office and was like, yeah, we're looking for a perpetrator. I'm going to act like he was in my house, and I'm just going to go in his own house and kill him. Like how Miss Bell started off. Like, bitch, you don't recognize your own shit, bitch. You know it's a goofy picture of you and your boyfriend when you walk in, and you know you don't recognize the smell of the apartment. Like, it smells like lavender expressions and all kind of other shit. And the bitch, it probably smells like meatloaf in your shit. Like, come on, bro, and leftover bacon grease. Like, I mean, I just don't get it. Like, that story never made any sense.
The smell is an excellent point because no two homes smell the same. Like that, the smell is like one of the first things that hits you.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, this man, he begging for his life. You smoke him. You like, oh, well, we've been getting off lately. We don't have to worry about doing any time for killing another one of them. You know what I'm saying? Shit, motherfuckers, I can almost guarantee you, people were sending her money. People were supporting her. It was like, oh, glad you got him. You know what I'm saying? You know how that shit go. And it's ridiculous. It's downright ridiculous to me that she even thought this story was going to hold up. But to be honest, I don't blame her for believing that she thought this story was going to hold up, because so many of her counterparts are able to conjure up the same fucking worse stories than this. These motherfuckers can be seen on camera killing motherfuckers, choking niggas out in the street and everything for selling a cigarette. Nigga, not like
I think where this one goes wrong though is because she, and I did hear about the weed thing, and maybe that might have played into it, but my thing is this, with the other characters, you have that ability to say, oh, well, they had a criminal history or this, that. You can always play that angle. But this guy, his record was clean. He was a pretty much a college graduate. He was
It's real funny, Honcho. I get that. I feel what you're saying. It's easy to criminalize a motherfucker because they have records and shit like that, motherfuckers in one time. But he wasn't doing. But what criminal acts were they committing that deserved death on the spot?
Oh no, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. It's about that public narrative that you can paint there.
Yeah, like this dude is just a bad guy. Like Motherfuckers is just on the hustle. Like, you know, everybody not reaping the benefits of these so-called jobs that are out here that is paying all this money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody can't vouch for that. You know, so everybody ain't been in that situation, you know, to really benefit from certain changes that they claim are happening nowadays. But you know, yeah, it was just real. It was just real funny to me to see that goofy hoe look over and look right at her lawyer, and like it was a priceless look, like nigga, like you. I thought you said everything was going smooth. What the fuck happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how her look. You know, I'm pretty sure she's gonna cry later. She cried in her cell. You know what I'm saying? And she'll never eat a slice of bacon again. You know, she'll never be able to get no candles on the annual sale from Bath and Body Works. You know, she'll never drink out of another Radon mug as long as she lives. And you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's justice for the family. I feel bad. You know, we making light of this shit now because, I mean, goofy motherfuckers like this who do silly shit like this need to go to jail and go to jail for a long time. Like, it's no reason why more police should not be held accountable for the shit that they do. It don't have to be no color thing because there's plenty of our own that kill us. There's plenty of white people that kill other white people, whether or not whatever they want to show on the media. I don't give a fuck about the media. I'm not a person that believes or puts too much into what the media stories have to say because they have their own agendas, and you have to be able to decipher information accurately. And because it's similar to the Jesse situation. We knew that was a bunch of buffoonery when we heard it. And, hey, a lot of people either wanted to hear it and a lot of people didn't. And sure enough, when the shit came out, he only made himself and the people who supported him look foolish, similar to what this young lady herself did. You know, and she only made her police department look even worse because it's not just herself; it's her. She makes everybody look good. Look bad. Her friends, her family, you know, the police department. They're like, man, we can't have no shit like this. If y'all gonna kill motherfuckers, at least do a better job of it. Because you know they always take up for motherfuckers behind closed doors.
But do you think they automatically kind of knew what was up because they let her go pretty quick afterwards. They didn't, you know, it started off with manslaughter. They ended up letting her go, and then it up to a murder charge after that. So do you think they kind of knew what was up? Knew that it was some over the line.
With her, they might have. With her, they might have. I mean, I seen somebody in the comment section say, like, I guess like 7 years ago or something like that, like in 2007. You know, I don't want to butcher nobody's comment, but they said the guy that she was with killed a black dude, and I'm guessing he got off, and maybe they had fantasies and sat up and talked about it, and she just wanted to kill her, some big black dude, you know, and wanted to get off for it. I mean, you can say what you want, but a lot of people have a lot of fantasies doing a whole lot of things to other people, and it doesn't, you know, and it's a certain way. People like to get their rocks off in certain ways, and maybe she thought she was going to get away with it, but this time she didn't, and I just want to know what her sentence is going to be. Did they even say when that was going to happen? Because that's what I want to know.
I'm not sure when the sentence is going to be.
No bullshit time.
Or if they've started, you know, because again, I think they let Jean's mom basically come and speak, and you know, I guess she was just kind of talking about, you know, his relationship, even though he was, I think, the middle child. She said he was more like the big brother, even though, you know, he had a sister that was 10 years older, and then he had a brother that was younger than him. So they just kind of talked about that, but I think they're getting into that sentencing phase. They're probably gonna let people speak and, you know, kind of express everything before they hand down a judgment, and then they tighten it up.
Oh, okay. Well, just let Justice Fazell, you know, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I could never be one of them kind of people. You took somebody from me and, you know, you get to speaking, I'm going to let that person know exactly what it is. I ain't got no love for you. It ain't no in time because you can't heal that wound for me. I'm not forgiving in that way. I haven't lost anybody, you know, I've lost somebody close to me, but not so close, you know, that, I'ma just let, you know, somebody else just take care. Fuck all that. I'ma hold on to whatever I'ma hold on to, and nobody can mend the heart of what you lost.
Yeah.
You know, everybody don't deal with loss the same way. You know, I mean, kudos and you know, however people want to deal with things. Nobody's right or wrong with how they choose to grieve. But I just don't want to be, oh, we forgive you. Nigga, fuck out of here. Nigga, I'm not forgiving no nigga that hurts my wife or my kids. Or, I know my son is going to carry on my name. And if somebody chooses to take his life before his time and he doesn't get to create a legacy for not only himself, but his family and his friends and whatever else that he wants to do, why am I going to forgive a person for taking his life away? That doesn't make any sense to me, but, you know, as I said, to each his own. I'm just not that type. I would never be that way, and for me, it's just goofy. But how you feeling about it, Honcho? I mean, what type of time do you think this person could get for this crime?
What it is, and it's very interesting. Shout out to Miss Sweetberry, because she sent me the link from the place where they were streaming the trial, WFAA, and they displayed the text message. So I'm seeing the racist text messages, and she's admitting to be a racist.
Oh, wow.
She admitted to being racist. Apparently she was going to buy a dog, and it said the dog may be racist, and she said, it's okay, I'm the same. It said, I hate everything and everyone but y'all. So, interesting. Yeah, so she has hate in her heart. That sounds like a terrorist situation to me. Throw her ass away. So it's very interesting. Now that I'm saying, like I said, I had seen all of this, and then there was some, I guess she was working the MLK parade and made a statement about when does this end, and then she replied something about whenever MLK is dead, oh, wait. And then she's talking about they needed pepper spray, a general. So there's a couple of things in here that, like I say, I don't see how you would be able, there's no twisting the narrative.
Nope.
So
let's just call it what it is.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, like I say, because like I said before, I saw anything, you know, like I say, you know, the angles and everything else. But I mean, when there's blatant proof, if these are your sentiments, there's no, well, hey, those were jokes. Once you kill somebody, you know. Then she said something. I was in this area with 5 different black officers, not racist, but damn, I don't know how you flip the script. You just said you were racist, and then not racist, but just have a different way of working, and it shows a couple of different things in here. So, like I say, you know, very interesting things that she says. So it is. Like I say, some more stuff in there. But like I say, with her, I think she'd probably get somewhere in the middle. I don't think she's going to get the whole 99. I don't think they're going to just give her the 5. I'd say she'd probably be somewhere in the 20, 25 year range, and then I think they'll let her make it with some type of you know, parole in the halfway mark somewhere in there. I don't think she's going to get the full sentence, honestly.
No, she shouldn't get anything. She shouldn't get anything less than 60 years. It's a premeditated crime. It's premeditated. So boom, she conspired to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of, you know, little loopholes and little shit. Her lawyer doing the right thing. They can push. Yeah, she shouldn't. Like, we talking about time. She ain't gonna make. If she goes to general population, she ain't gonna make it. You know, unless she goes PC or some shit like that, that'd be the only way she can make. But then, more than likely, she still won't even be able to make it then. Because, I mean, these female prisons, I mean, they tough too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, she gonna get drugs. Somebody gonna recognize her, and if the right people get their hands on her, shit, she ain't gonna make that time. You know what I'm saying? So,
like I say, they gonna keep her all right. See, she like I say, it is. I don't think she'll be doing, you know, the same amount of time as a regular person. So, like I say, it's going to be interesting to find out. And yes, I do know, and it was exactly who I thought it was that put that fucking kitty mask. It would have only been one person. I got something for your ass, kitty mask. So I know who it was. I ain't gonna put you out there, but I know exactly who it was. It was who I thought it was. They are who we thought they were. But yeah, like I say, I don't think she's gonna get the full go. Like I say, there's gonna be a few things into it, but it'll be interesting. Like I say, because the judge is black, so it's gonna be interesting to see what the outcome is and how they handle it overall. So I'll be paying attention the next couple of days. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And I know who the Golden Graham hater was too. Yes, yes. So
Right. Oh yeah, don't start with the whole don't start with the whole Golden Gram because it's where I don't want to stray away from the topic. But
man, look, man,
yeah,
you
it is
know,
what it
I ain't
is.
even gonna
It's
get.
to
We gonna
answer
save. We gonna save it for another
question.
time. But yeah, there was some beef offline that had to be discussed with a certain individual. You know, but it's all good. It's all good. You know, we know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, they know who they are. But and to answer Shelly Long's question, I think she said something about I don't forgive or something. What hold on? Well, shit, so I don't feel forgiveness. Yeah, I mean forgiveness can be on certain levels. I mean I ain't gonna forgive nobody if a nigga rape my wife or my daughter and leave me to be in my own world and not be able to be with my family, something we created, and we don't get to live out the lives that we have planned for ourselves. I ain't gonna forget that. Forgive you for what? Like, nigga, it ain't no forgiveness. Nigga, you did an unspeakable for act. If you want forgiveness from me, nigga, that's for God, not for me. That's not, if that's what you believe in, that's for him. I'm not God for a reason. I don't fuck that. Nah, that's just me though. I'm not going to no other place. I have a different belief system, so a lot of that shit don't even bother me like that. So, like I said, however anybody chooses, I'm not bashing nobody's logic or the way they feel. But for Wink, nah. Do some, do something to me and mine. It's over for you. Point blank. Period. If anything was to happen to you today, Honcho, nigga, with the shit you done and the shit you done helped us with and the shit you done helped us create, I ain't gonna forget that. I'm not.
Yeah, so I mean, my thing
Real
is this,
shit. I'm not gonna forget that.
and I agree. Like I say, and that's my belief. Like I say, and that's why I say I handle things a certain way. Like I try to be overly respectful. I try to be, you know, as on point as I can be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like I say, that's I'm a firm believer. If you cross certain lines, if you do certain things,
Right.
I know in my heart that I didn't do you crooked, I didn't do you foul, or I didn't do you a particular kind of way, and you know, you cross a certain threshold, yeah, we got a problem. There is no. I guess you could talk about forgiveness or whatever, but that's not to say that there won't be acts that go along with that before I can feel that forgiveness. And
I
just,
never understood what the fuck does forgiveness even supposed to do, nigga. I'm
but
not gonna feel bad
but
because
what
you're the one who
forgiveness
did the
is
unspeakable
supposed
act.
to
Like,
believe is
how
supposed to
am
be
I
relieving a
penalized
burden
for
off
it?
of you as opposed to because you know you talk about like if you sit here mad at somebody, it's like you know they say hating somebody or whatever it is. It's like drinking poison, hoping somebody else is gonna die. You know, so yeah, I could feel forgiveness after you know I feel maybe a certain level of retaliation, depending on what the situation is that it
Right.
was. You know, different
Right.
things, different strokes, different folks. But as far as if it wasn't nothing, you know, life threatening to like you said, me or mine, or you wasn't trying to just put me off in a real bad way,
Right.
the forgiveness, and then there's been situations where I have applied it. It's like I say, you know what, I'm gonna let that go because it wasn't like you tried to take me out. I'm the one sitting here mad about it, thinking about contemplating, you know, what kind of
Right.
tomfoolery I'm gonna get into, and you know what, it's really not worth it for me. It's more of a risk for me than it is a benefit.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
in that sense, I can say it. But like I say, if you talk about when you're really talking about life and death, those type of situations, then we're having a different conversation.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, certain shit you can forgive. Like, you know, one of your partners, you know, he let's say like the nigga make a move, you just know like boom, I can't like on some money move shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some money move shit, like boom, he don't handle his end of the deal. Nigga, I can forgive a nigga for that.
Yeah.
But it don't mean I'm finna fuck with you. I'm gonna continue
Exactly.
to make myself look foolish by fucking with you on that
Exactly.
level.
Yeah,
I just
not
know
gonna present you that
where I
same
can and
opportunity.
I can't fuck with you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah, like you saying, like when it comes to life, nah, there ain't no forgiveness in that.
I agree.
Man, but that's a bit maybe Trill funky ass will call up in here nigga and give his spiel because he was talking a whole lot of shit. I ain't get to him nigga because I had business to attend to.
Yeah.
But don't worry nigga, I'm gonna handle this trout mouth ass nigga for all that whole ass shit he talked the other day. He was talking cash shit, and he gonna pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga gonna try to front on me, nigga, on YouTube, nigga. Who the fuck you think you is, huh? Nigga, I'll get a bowl of nigga golden grams, nigga, make you eat it, nigga, like they made, like nigga, old girl made red eat them, nigga, the motherfucking green beans, nigga, on Crooklyn, nigga. I just finished watching that shit. You ain't gonna throw it up either, nigga.
That's
I
tough,
wish you
man.
would for my goddamn golden grams.
Look, we're gonna throw DeMarcus in the mix too, because he another Golden Graham hater. You too young to even know about Golden Grahams to have an opinion on some
Yeah,
cereal,
bro,
DeMarcus.
man, these niggas don't know what they missing, bro. Like I said, yeah, DeMarcus cool, but bro, his cereal choices, nigga, are out of whack to me. Like, just flush it down the toilet, nigga. It belongs in the sewer with Master Splinter and the Rip Turtle and the Ninja Turtles, my nigga. Like, fuck cinnamon toast crunch. That shit weak anyway. Cinnamon, nigga. Ugh. You like cinnamon? Ugh. Lucky Charms. Oh. Bro, let me just hang up the phone. I need to get off YouTube, bro, because this nigga said that Lucky Charms is better. I'm gonna let you handle this, Honcho. Matter of fact, time that nigga. Matter of fact,
I was looking for the message. I didn't even see the message. I don't even worry about it. Look, y'all know what happened when the keyboard start clicking or the mouse start clicking. It's about to be a slight situation. So we just go.
It's a petition gonna be out, bro. DeMarcus Johnson gotta lose his wrench for 24 hours for saying this fuckery, talking about Lucky Charms is better than motherfucking. Oh my god, man! You see, now we're gonna be talking about cereal, and now we straying off the topic, but it's all good, bro. I'm gonna get it to you later on. I had to call in; it was early. Yeah, I seen you was on with the den, and I just wanted to go ahead and reach out, bro, because it's been a minute since I came on anyway.
Already. Well, that's a bad week, man. As always, it's good to hear from you. And I'm gonna hit y'all in the Skype. Look out for something probably tomorrow, midway through the day. I got a little idea I want to shoot to y'all.
Okay. All right, that's a bit.
Right.
If I ain't hopped on this plane tomorrow, we can definitely do that.
Already. That's a bet.
All right.
Already. Shout out to Wink, man. Now, see, DeMarcus, I could have let you make it, but just to say something is outrageous. Look, like if you would have gave a comparable cereal, but Lucky Charms, they're magically delicious. I don't know, man. Look, I don't know. Look, you know what type of niggas be eating Lucky Charms like that, man. I'm just saying. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hello?
Hello. This voice, it sounds so familiar. Could this be? Could this be who I think it might be?
This is Rashida. What's up?
Hello, Miss Rashida. It's always wonderful to hear from the Miss Rashida. How are you this evening? What is on your mind? How do you feel about this case currently?
I'm good. Feeling much better.
Okay.
I was sick last time I called. I'm feeling way better.
I'm feeling way better.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm good. Like I say, I'm just been. I wasn't feeling too hot last night because I told you I was gonna lie. I owe y'all a pastor preacher Honcho, and I wasn't feeling too hot last night, so I ended up not going live. But I'm feeling good. Been putting some things together, and like I say, we gonna get back. We gonna get this damn thing back on track. And we finna get back to our regularly scheduled program, so I'm looking forward to that, being able to chop it up with y'all much more frequently than I have been. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the future and everything that goes with that.
Okay. I see you got a new number. That's cool.
Yeah. The people was after me. I had to switch it up on them. You know what I'm saying? Look.
No, you didn't take the name field. It's all good. AT&T probably looking for you. It's all
Look, they gonna want that bill. I had to put it in the little one name. Had to change it up. You know what I'm saying? I got too much on my credit.
Hey, prepaid. Hey, Miss Bill. Hey, everybody else. Miss Grace.
Yeah, Miss
It's
Marie,
too many of y'all.
Mr.
I know
Prepaid.
went through everybody's name, so y'all know. Hey, how y'all doing?
Okay. So.
Okay, let's get to Miss Amber now. Amber.
So do you agree with the judgment? Now we know the sentencing hasn't been.
Yes, I agree with the judge. Okay. Hell yes.
Okay.
Her story didn't make sense at all. How the hell did you get off on a whole nother slope? Now, if you had went to the door next to you accidentally, then okay, I might say but you done got off on a whole nother slope. Come on now, Amber. You got to do better. Then how you get in the house? I know this man ain't leave his door open.
Mm. Mm.
You talking about you had your equipment in one hand and you trying to get in the door with the other hand, and come on now.
Yeah.
And the first thing you do when you get in your house is you cut the damn lights on, right or wrong.
Yeah.
So why the hell you shooting in the dark? You could have shot anybody. What if somebody from your family was there to surprise you or something? You could have shot them.
That'd have been a
What if the
tragedy.
man you was dating, right? What if the man you was dating send them text messages, 2 text messages who was in there trying to surprise you? You been and shot him dead.
Mm.
Because you was distracted because you was sexting at the time. I don't know. I don't know. It's too much going on.
Mm.
How you going to be, they say you're sexting at the time, you're trying to get in the house. I don't know. It's just too much different. Too many different stories going on here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just look, she was distracted. You know, they was over exchanging them sensual messages, and that's what happened. You know, she didn't walked into the wrong spot. You know, like I say, you know, maybe that is the case because you know you so caught up in. I just can't say I've ever walked to the wrong apartment. I'm trying to think. Have
But
I
he
ever?
had a doormat. They said he had a red doormat. You know damn well you ain't got no red doormat in front of your door. You colorblind too.
I'm just trying to think because that's so difficult for me to buy into. Like I said, because you're a trained professional. Period. Point blank. I mean, you're supposed to be aware of your surroundings. And
messed up on her train. How did she get on the floor? That's what I want to know. She looked like she on drugs. When the last time they tested her? She looked like she on medicine or something. Yeah, I got questions. I wish I would have been on this dude because I got questions.
Okay. So ultimately, do you think that what do you think she's going to end up? Because the sentencing is anywhere from 5 years to 99. What do you ultimately think that she's going to end up receiving?
Probably 5 to 10. It's gonna be on the low end, so that's why I ain't celebrating. Everybody, oh yeah, no, we gotta wait till the sentence. Just because she got the conviction don't mean shit until you get the sentence. And you know her lawyer's not finna appeal it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like she was assured that, oh, it's a black man you killed. You ain't got to worry about it, girl. We got you. Police force, we got you. But, you know, this ain't our first run in with killing a black person. So, you know, we got to do it. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
I don't feel like she thought she had nothing to worry about. I think she thought she was going to walk out of there. She probably had plans for lunch that day or whatever, you know what I'm saying, dinner. She thought she was going to be out of there. But they put that clink on her ass.
They said they cut the camera off and locked her up. It's in Dallas County right now.
And see her department fired her ass. So that right there lets you know they thought that she was full of shit and her story didn't match. But they don't usually do that now. They'll put you on administrative leave, but they don't just outright fire you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, that's why I agree. I agree, and that's why I say to me that this one was approached, and I thought that it would be handled much differently early on, because I know when I was first watching it, like I said, I ain't gonna lie, like I hadn't been all the way in it the entire process, but when it first happened, I remember, you know, just a day or two after they end up letting her go, they, you know, up the charges or whatever, and to me, I'm like, this is a little bit different, because usually, again, like you say, it's administrative leave or desk duty with pay or something like that. And then, like I say, you know, you look at this guy's character, and I think, you know, as much as I hate to say it, we know how HTZ, what's the motherfucking deal? You know how much the court of public opinion plays in these matters. Well, this guy, you didn't have any one of those, you know, it's easy to go and find the guys that are up to no good. You couldn't pull that card on this one, you know, so you couldn't paint a picture of this guy just being, you know, a criminal or having a history, or, you know, he was this or he was that, or, you know, he had this on him, you know, it was no weapons, it was no nothing. He's a college graduate, had a solid job, you know, and he was in his own home. Like, so.
And then he was watching TV and eating ice cream.
What kind of ice cream?
You dirty. I mean, I just don't like her. I mean, when I first heard the story, I was like, oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, Now I ain't gonna even say you should kill nobody. Why would you get a good one? You know what I'm saying? This guy counting 26, young, on his grind, doing what he do, helping out with his family. You know what I'm saying? That's a big loss for a family. You know what I'm saying? Especially a black family. You know, I ain't trying to say we ain't got a lot of good people in black family, but you know, we don't have that many all stars like that that's on their stuff and you know, very good productive person. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a big loss for the family. And no amount of her crying and saying she's sorry that ain't gonna bring him back. That family ain't gonna never be the same. You permanently damage that family. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no amount of time you gonna get her gonna bring him back. You know, you can't sit up there and cry, oh, I killed an innocent man. But at first you said it was self-defense, but now you're gonna say you sorry because you killed the innocent man. Which one is? You be in fear for your life. You can't be in fear for your life, but he's an innocent man. Which one is?
Yeah. Like I say, either way it goes, like I say, it's unacceptable. So there's no, you know, no matter what way you try to paint it, there is no way she should be. Well, she's not, but there's no way she should have ever been walking away from this from the jump. You had people, you know, trying to say, "Oh, well, it was manslaughter. It was even if it's negligence, people get a significant amount of time for negligence." So again, like I say, there's no win in that. Like I say, you know, she if I'd have, like I say, went to the wrong house, sexting, you know, they would have hit me with some toxic masculinity charges too for sexting. But you know, not to make light of.
She should lose the rest of her life the same way he lost his life. He can't come back and do nothing. So she shouldn't be able to enjoy the rest of her life. Because if you give her 20 years, she still got time to get out and enjoy the rest of her life. I say you lock her up till she dies. Period. That would be my sentence for her. Ain't no getting out. Because you took a good man away from his family in this world.
Okay.
So I don't want to hear her bullshit and her lies.
Okay. Is the jury in control of the center, or is it the judge? I thought and I could be wrong. Like I might have the whole situation all fucked up, but I thought it was the jury is controlled. That the jury picks the outcome, so they get the judge of guilty or not guilty. And I thought the judge is actually hands down the sentencing.
Yeah, the judge do the sentencing.
Okay. And
the jury do the conviction. The judge do the sentencing. Okay. I mean, they might be able to recommend how many years, but it's up to the judge ultimately to decide how many years she's going to get.
Like I said, I thought it was like, you know, the DA or something. The DA can often say, well, we recommend, you know, this, and this. And the judge can say, well, all right.
If they offer her a deal, she should have took the deal. She went to trial, so whatever the judge decides, that's what she going to get. Ain't no back end deals now. If they offer her a lesser amount of time, she should have took that shit. So.
Yeah. So it's gonna be very.
They gonna get her. They gonna get her.
They gonna put her somewhere where she cool. They ain't gonna let her.
But they gonna put her in solitary or something. Yeah. Cause how do you still look like you on drugs? I mean, that should have been a wake up call for you to get all drugs. She still look like she on that shit.
Yeah, you done put the woman on drugs. Look, she out there making bad decisions, but you done got her. She need to go to rehab and jail. I mean, you got to.
Yeah, rehab and jail. Go to AA or NA or all of both of them. Double team. Yeah.
Damn, that's tough.
I mean, come on now, so her whole story just didn't.
I don't know. Like I said, there's no outlet for it. There's no justification for anything that she did. There's no justification because, like I said, when we called in earlier and he said something, I mean, that's a think about it. Anytime you didn't go into somebody's house, knew that, or it could be family, or it could be old, it could be whatever. Somebody, you go to someone's house, the first thing that you recognize, the first thing that hits you is the smell. Period. Like, and it could be two apartments. I remember being young and having friends. You know, everybody stay in the apartments, but you know, so and so house don't smell like so and so house. You know what I'm saying? Your house don't smell like whoever else. Yeah, you become nose blind to your own house, so you go to somebody else's house. It's gonna have a very potent or extremely different smell. Even if it's something faint, you're gonna notice a difference. So, you know, you can talk about looking at me being, concerned that somebody was in there. Well, shit, if they done broke in your house, they farting or something, like, what is it that's changing the smell? You gonna notice something don't smell right, something's not right,
Right.
that you need to come to a recognition. It's like, oh, I'm in the wrong here. So that's why I say I think that it was
You
I think it was something else
don't
going
fit
on.
the lock.
Hmm?
When your key don't fit the lock, you should
Yeah,
notice then.
yeah. But even if the
All the
door,
keys ain't in an apartment.
yeah, even
I
if,
think
if the
what
door was
happened was
open
she
though,
went to
and
the
because I
door.
saw somebody say something about some weed and that the door was popped up, and I'm wondering if you thinking that you're gonna go in there and find somebody doing something, some type of exchange or something because you smell a little weed, whatever, like, and
I
it
don't
didn't
think
turn out the way you want, like,
I think he opened the door for her because he probably, you know how when you sitting there and then you hear somebody juggling the key and you like, damn, I live here by myself. Who is that? I think he opened the door for her. That's what I think. But if your instinct kicks in, if I approach my door and I hear somebody inside the door, you think I'm finna go in there? Hell no, I'm finna call. Even if I am the police, I'm finna call the police. I ain't finna go in there. Call them. Call the doctor.
you got the VIP line. Yeah, if you work for them, you do get the VIP line, so you can definitely address that. Yeah, somebody said, Brian said there was two witnesses who said she was banging on the door, and those doors can't be cracked open. They're fire doors. So, yeah, okay, and see that. Okay, that's even more interesting. So even if the door wasn't cracked, and you
So
forced,
she's banging on her own door. Who does she expect to open it?
yeah,
If it's her house, her ghost. She live with a ghost. This story was just getting strange and strange.
okay, so
I think that's why they fired her ass, because they had other evidence that said she was banging on the door. She probably went there. I heard he had complaints or something about weed or something. So maybe that's what it was. She was tired of it.
that's interesting.
And then she had said some racial comments about black people anyway. So I think she had some elements of racism with her too. So she just all the way messed up. So I don't know. But I'm waiting to see what they do though.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, see with the door thing, that's extremely interesting.
They had said she was dating him, but I don't think so because she had issues with black people. So I don't think that. I don't think that was true.
Hey, I don't know. Hey, and stranger things have happened. Stranger
She
things
banging
have
on her
happened.
own door. That's really crazy.
Look,
And then they had the nerve to talk about standing her ground. It ain't even her damn apartment.
yeah,
How you
yeah.
standing your ground in
That
somebody
castle
else's
doctrine
apartment?
shit. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I say, yeah, if that's
That's
the
just
case, shit,
stupid
I'm about to.
fucking
I'm about to go back to old Honcho. I'm finna figure out. I'm finna start getting it on. I'm finna start taking over. Nah, but that's the crazy shit because it's interesting. Even if there was some type of tomfoolery going on, she would have really been out there. When you already fucking with the married man, then you got some side action. I mean, like I say, it's just so much to this story. And I think that the police knew it from the rip, and I think that's why they distanced themselves from her, and then that's why they fired her, and that's why they you know what I'm saying? So that's why they
She's a great shot. She shoot in the dark and hit somebody 2 times. She needs to be on the sniper team.
oh, that's tough.
Talking about she saw it still with it. Girl, oh my God.
Very interesting. Like I said, like I said, with
I
everything
don't know
happening.
nobody did. When they first enter a house, don't cut the lights on.
Yeah. Like I say,
Because it's fun.
like I said, with all of the like I said, with that, like I said, I got to follow up a little bit more because I'm sitting here, like I said, I ain't gonna lie to y'all and act like hey, I was on top of this A1, but like I said, I have to go back and see some more of the details of it. But
Yeah.
but my thing is just simply
I was
that.
just reading up on some of them, yeah. So, because, I wasn't all that familiar with it anyway because the case upset me. So,
And that's why I say it's tough. It's extremely tough, and it's very unfortunate. Like I say, I think that even though people are happy about the murder conviction, I think you just got to chill until you see what really happens as far as how
that's
much
what I'm
time.
saying. They
was going with that.
need to calm down and all that until they see the sentence and her actually going to jail.
Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see the entire outcome of that. It's It's very unfortunate. Like I say, but my biggest thing with all of it though is the young man that lost his life. Like you say, that
Exactly.
you know, there is
I
no.
think his family pushing for justice really
Mm,
is what turned the case too.
yeah,
Because they've been out there, but they've been letting everybody know what's going on.
yeah.
And that's good. And I'm glad he did have a clean record and everything. They couldn't put no dirt on his name. They couldn't put a speck of dirt on him.
You know,
I don't know if he was smoking weed or whatever, but hey,
Yeah,
got a
man.
stressful job, and nothing wrong with it.
Look, you know,
she on shit, and she working.
like I say, it's just look.
After she talked about somebody doing weed when she probably was doing meth or crack or whatever she was doing.
That's tough. My thing
I'm
is,
not she had worked 14 hours. She looked like she been working 3 days straight. You should have seen her. Look, terrible.
like I say, it's unfortunate, man. But like I say, because you know, it's the good stories, it's the good guys, it's the people who are doing the right thing that don't ever get enough love, that don't ever get appreciation, especially in the media. And then, like I say, for this to be, you know, for as far as I know, a guy that's done the right things, seem to be a stand-up guy, seem to be, like I said, involved in the church, regardless of what your feelings are about church, if you are a believer, non-believer, whatever. In his eyes, he's doing what he feels is, you know, accountable, what is legitimate. And to get wiped out, like I say, nobody's thinking about it. They think about, you know, just being in your own home, minding your own business, and, you know, somebody beating on your door,
That
you
happened
know.
in Dallas, right?
Huh? And then you get
That happened in Dallas.
Yeah, in Dallas. We know Dallas is a terrible place.
Shout out to their police department, but they was on their shit. They fired her ass. Huh. That was good. They was proactive with that. That's great.
But like I say, they've had a couple of them out there that they have. Dallas is a real interesting story because, you know, you had the situation with the guy a couple of years back who was, you know, he was out there hunting the cops, and then, you know, they've actually held a couple of cops on that force accountable. It's a lot going on out there. It's just a lot of questions going on with that. And so, like I say, I don't know. Like I said, but Dallas is just a terrible city. It's a terrible place, and anybody who lives in Dallas is a terrible person.
Well, I don't know about them like that. You know, so I don't know.
Yeah.
If you say so,
Yeah, I mean,
there's no say. I
look,
don't know.
look. I mean, I'm just telling you, if you got a choice out of, you got to be in Texas. If you got a choice out of Houston or Dallas or like Austin, maybe Austin's a bunch of weirdos. It's some questionable stuff. It's getting real weird over there, but they like that weird stuff. I mean, you could list every city in Texas, and there's a lot of them. Dallas is probably like at the bottom of the list, maybe like second to last. They're like somewhere there, like Dallas and
You know
Arlington.
what?
They
I
together.
really can't go by what you say because you don't like the Dallas Cowboys, so I can't really take your word for it. No offense for you.
What does that have to do with anything? What do the Cowboys have to do with anything?
Because you don't like no Dallas team, so that's why I feel like you're trying to slander them a little bit.
That's tough. That's tough. You may be accurate about me not liking Dallas teams, but that doesn't make Dallas.
I'm not only
place.
accurate. I'm 100% certain.
I don't know. I think my character is being.
Hey, you give me my early bird pistachios.
I gave you early bird pistachios.
All right,
I did.
Make sure you give me my 1,800 for calling in too.
18? What? Oh, come on. I don't know about that. I think it's 1,000 for the calls. Oh, Miss Bell, it's for the first call. You know, get the bonus, and then you know, then the rest of y'all just get regular amounts of pistachio. So
That's some bullshit.
But you got to be first. You got to be active. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the line jumping.
I didn't want to be first. That's Miss Bell's spot. Miss Bell called me first.
Okay. All right.
I wait my turn.
Well, Miss Bell get the 1,500, and then everybody else get the.
Okay. This is Miss Bell. I ride out with that. That's cool. If anybody else, I protest. But I'm cool. It's all. I don't want no smoke with Miss Bell because Miss Bell don't play shit.
The class in session. But Shelly to disappear. She didn't popped up just because the Panthers won. Now she wanted pistachios and shit. What kind of shit is this? I ain't even trying to hear.
A lot of people disappear. I think they just don't know when the DN be on because we don't be getting notifications. A lot of get a notification. They should just talk to it.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's why I say I'm gonna start to get better about with the notifications, posting on the social media and posting on the community tab, because I know like they don't they only send out like a notification like a third of people, if that many, and then so like I said, I post on the tab so people don't know. But I'm gonna try to get back regular at then at 10. Trying to get back on schedule nightly, because like I said, I miss my folks. I miss my peoples, man. What happened?
I said, I see you done got your hair redone. It looks nice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I decided to go.
You can get an extra 700 for that.
You know, flattery will get you everywhere. I got you. I'm gonna hook you up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me just. I got you. I get you extra $500.
Hey, look, you just like us. Shit, got that do. You don't want no damn hat on. Shit, you got the flat.
This person had the do rag on it, but it was too much. Look, I already got a big ass head trying to wear the cap, the do rag, all that. Look, I say, nah, fuck it. Let me just take this shit off.
And you don't know about this, but females, when we be getting our hair done sometimes, we got the pretty neck all out the bed and shit. You don't want to roll over with your hair. You don't know nothing about that, though.
Man, what you mean? Look, I've had my issues to deal with, and once you start spending that money having to get that shit done, you're like, hold on, this might need to last a little bit. It ain't like a haircut shit. You know, it's a different program. I ain't got the silk sheets or nothing like that.
I done went over my 10 minutes, so you got anything else? Cause I don't want nobody to start talking shit, because I don't want to have to curse nobody out tonight.
No.
I feel good, and I don't want to be saying shit to nobody. So.
No, we good. I think we all 100.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I saw anything else in the Oh, it was an article. I think I'm assuming that to you on this new number though. It was about these young black women. They went out of business. They tried to have a beauty supply store, but the Korean suppliers wouldn't sell to them.
Oh yeah.
So they couldn't. You saw that?
I mean, I hadn't seen it, but I mean that's the thing that's been going on for quite some time. You know what they?
That's terrible. We're supposed to get in the game, and man, we can't get in the game.
But that's what they would do. They played both sides of the field. So what they would do is they would tell the like black supply owners and stuff like that, well, that the black businesses that created black hair care products, they don't make this anymore. You know, use it. They basically recreate the product, but give them the Asian version, and then they would tell the people who sold the product, oh, well, the beauty supplies, they're not buying this stuff no more. They don't want y'all product no more. So it's like they playing both sides of the coin. They putting their products in the dough and having these places sell them, and then the people who are manufacturing them, you know, they going out of business because shit, nobody's buying it because they not selling their shit. And so, yeah, that's what I tell you. It's a big deal. That's a thing that that's why I say I push a lot of that stuff when I argue and I talk about, you know, weave and I talk about all that stuff.
For products that's being sold to our race. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I talk about a lot of that stuff. That's a lot of money that goes out of the community.
And we can't even open our own store because we can't get the same supplies. It ain't even if you can't get them and sell them, you know, at a higher price. You can't even get them. I mean, that's crazy to me. Like, why y'all still supporting these people? And then, you know, that's a whole nother topic. I don't even right there just crazy. No. I don't even know if I want to get into all of this.
Oh, we gonna get into it. I'm telling you, we finna get the den back on track like it's supposed to be. So we gonna be having we gonna have some of them conversations, those heated conversations. But they always good. It's all love when we have them. So, you know, we just got to talk about the real stuff that's going on.
Did you say that we had a LGBT member on the mod staff? Is that what y'all said earlier? Because I couldn't hear everything.
Did we say that? I don't know. If anybody, it's probably DeMarkey.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, that's good.
I don't hate nobody. I'm telling you, I don't hate nobody. I got love for everybody, man. I am not a hater. Like I say, I have no hate for anyone. I just feel like, there's just things that have to be discussed. You know what I mean? Like I say, the same way I'll discuss anything about it, I talk about myself, I talk about everybody. These are just real topics, but people will take things personally as an attack. And I have no intention of
Right.
attacking anybody. It's just about, let's talk about what's going on in this world that we live in. That's just what it's all about. What, DeMark? I thought you was, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I got you confused, DeMark. You might have been somebody else. I don't know. Well, female pimp ain't a mod, so I don't know who it could be. So, well, that's a bet, Miss Rashida. Like I say, it's always good to hear from you. Yes, ma'am.
Maybe that it would be a good topic because I think we should get into that. I just don't feel like talking about it right now. But yeah, that'll be a good topic for one day.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Let me see. We'll get into it soon within the next week or so. We'll definitely have a discussion.
Yeah. Okay. Sound like a plan.
All right. Well, that's a bit. Well, thank you for calling, Miss Rashida.
All right, no problem. Take care.
No, you too. Have a good evening.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
That's a cover up, Shelly Long. That's why, look, this nigga walking around looking like Whitney Houston. Don't nobody want that. Fuck Cam Newton. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Brother Shaolin, fantastic.
Brother, fantastic. It's very good to hear from you. What is on your mind? What are your thoughts about this situation that's going on here this evening?
Well, first of all, I'm going to talk to you in a minute, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you're my brother, and I'm gonna throw some football in there. What you think about this division? I believe 9-7 gonna win the division.
Yeah.
8-8. I mean, everybody's sucking right now. I mean, let's just be honest about it. Everybody's sucking. We got all our different deficiencies and things going on. Mariota play like Joe Montana one week, and you know how he do. Mm-hmm. And he play like, Blake Bortles worst day on the next week. And, Deshaun Watson, he doesn't have the protection, so he's going to play pretty bad some weeks. Some weeks he's going to play good. Like last week, he was way better than the quarterback they had on the field last week. But the pass rush was so good that, and the defense was so good that he made them look bad and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I thought I'd just throw it in there, real quick. I just think we all look bad. 2-2. I think that's a microcosm of how the division is going to pan out. It's going to come down to the last game. Those last two games, I thought that we probably would win the game, but win the division. But hey, man, we don't know. We don't even know we don't know what's going on, man.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying. Like I said, I've been thinking that's kind of the consensus, man, even early on, that it was going to be one of them years where it was going to be a 9-7, 500 type season. But it's just, I'm surprised because I figured at least at this point somebody would, take a little bit of a step ahead, especially with, the Colts losing luck and, Gardner Minshew. But the fact that we all on the same even playing field, I don't know, AFC South might be back to where it was.
Gardner Minshew was actually right down the street from where I lived in Brandon, Mississippi. I lived in Pearl. And everybody that knows anything about Mississippi, y'all probably don't know, and nobody don't know. But Brandon and Pearl is one of the fiercest rivals in the state of Mississippi as far as high school football. And I didn't really know about him. I know I got a cousin that plays for Ole Miss named Jonathan Mingo. He played with Gardner Minshew, I think, for 1 year. And he's going to go to the league. I don't know what team he go for. He's a badass receiver, and he plays at Mississippi, and he's going to be good, real good. But that's my take on it. Everybody talking shit or whatever. I think at the end of the season, we're going to look at at least three teams in this division, looking at 9-6, 8-5. It's going to be crazy toward the end of that season. I mean, there's nobody's pulling away. We all got our deficiencies. Everybody going to support that. We're just going to eat each other, and I think that's what's going to happen. But as far as the subject, I have a connection to Botham Jean. I actually seen that brother live. My first cousin, the preacher that you seen on TV, praising the conviction and everything. That's my first cousin.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that's my first cousin. So I know. I have a lot of. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna, talk about too many details or whatever. That's my first cousin. He has a church here in West Dallas. That's my first cousin. That's my mother's sister's son, and he's a little older than me, but I have connections to him. I've talked to him about the case and everything during in July. We had a family reunion this year here in Dallas. I'm still waiting. You know, she got convicted guilty. I want to see what the sentence is going to be. That's what I'm actually waiting on. I want to see what the sentence is going to be for this girl, because she was up there crying. She was doing her white girl shit. You know, let's just be honest about this. She was doing her white girl shit. So we're going to see what the sentence is going to be. You know, if anybody has served on a jury before, I have. I was a jury foreman actually before in the city that I lived in, and you know, it was a situation. It was a murder. It was a murder trial, and you know, we'll see how hard the jury is going to be on this woman. But I'm happy about the verdict, but I'm still waiting to see what this conviction is going to be. I predict 10 to 15 years. They're gonna let her out to where she'll have some semblance of a life. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that. I think she's spent the rest of her years in prison. I hate to say this. It's not something that I'm proud to say. But you know, he was a song leader. Matter of fact, he was a song leader at the church that my cousin goes to. I was going to that church a long time while I was going here. While I was living here. I'm not from here, but that's where he's from. He's from Mississippi. He's actually from Mississippi. So that's my thing. That's my whole thing about it, brother. What are your thoughts on it? I want to hear your thoughts, because I don't think I really heard them tonight.
Man, that's what I was kind of saying, the same thing. Like I said, I don't expect it to be a significant sentence. I thought maybe, you know, in the 20 somewhere to make it sound good, but then, you know, with an opportunity for parole maybe halfway through, you know, because they tend to do that often, you know, so they'll give an exorbitant number, but then, you know, if you good behavior and all those other things, and they'll say, okay, well, you know, you have an opportunity to get out or to get released, you know, half of the time. I think that's kind of what's going to be the situation with her. I don't think she's going to serve. I don't think it's going to be close to the 99 end. I think she's going to, like I say, I think it'll be a little bit of time, but I don't think it's going to be the high end. I think it's just very unfortunate, though, because like I said, you know, I can understand the narratives whenever it's a person that's had a history, had a background, had a situation or something going on. But like I said, with this guy seeming to be a pretty stand-up guy with no real, I don't want to say flaws. Everybody has issues. Everybody has flaws. Everybody has secrets or whatever it may be. But as far as in the public eye, his public persona, there was nothing that they could dig up to try to shit on his character or anything like that. It's just unfortunate that young man, you know.
He was an on-point brother. I think that brother was, you know, he was well over the six-figure mark as far as his job and everything. He was an on-point brother. He was not, you know, no Pookie or Ray Ray, none of no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He was an on-point brother, you know, from what I know. And I'm not talking shit that I'm talking shit that I know. The brother was an on-point brother. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't, you know, it wasn't nothing questionable about this. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing questionable about this.
Yeah. Okay. And like I said, that's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate because, you know, especially in the community, we need more gentlemen like that to be solid examples. And the fact that, you know, you get one taken away from you like that is extremely unfortunate. So, yeah, I definitely, I would like to see, because I don't understand how someone makes that kind of mistake, how a professional especially makes that kind of mistake.
I'll say this now, and I was talking about this with some coworkers of mine or whatever. My spidey senses are telling me that there's more to this. You know what I'm saying? I can't, you know, go without this without putting my, you know, conspiracy theory hat on. I can't do it. You know, I don't know if that brother had a prior relationship because I think what the situation was, she was a courtesy officer. I know those apartments actually. I helped a chick that I knew move into those apartments. I know exactly where that is. You know, I could drive you right to it. I know exactly where that happened at. I know exactly all that shit. And you know, the thing about, and I'm not offended by you talking about Dallas and the Dallas people here. You know, I'm right there with you. When you said that shit, I heard you. Hey, me and you right on point. You know, I ain't gonna even argue with you on that shit.
Yeah.
But I know exactly where that place is or whatever. And she was a courtesy officer there. And you know, most people know about courtesy officers. They stay rent free.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was living there rent free, and for the exchange of her services, like if anything happened. So I think that she had a master key. That's how she was able to get into the into his apartment. She can get in any apartment, in any one of those rooms, just in case something happened, because she had a master key. I believe that's what they said. That's why she was able to just open that door like that. You know, because she had a master. That key she had was a master. Mm-hmm. So you know, it's a fucked up situation. You know, at the very least, let's say she was telling the truth, because I got my 10-4 hat on. I believe there was something more, but dead men can't talk. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just too many. There's just too much shit missing in it for me to sit up there and say, okay, I can't listen to her. My spidey senses went off when that shit first happened. I was like, you know. I don't know. I don't really want to say it because it's speculation, but God damn it, come on now. You know, those are the type of brothers that white girls go after. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't know. They may have known. I'm gonna just say this. They may have known each other. Let me just say that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't really want to know what I really think. You know what I'm saying? I really think that he might have been fucking her. You know what I'm saying? And the shit didn't get ready to go. You know, a brother like that, you know, 24, 25 years old, high earner, things like that. You know, no matter, you know, the higher you earn, the less your color gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, I don't know, but I don't know, but I definitely got my, you know, conspiracy theory, you know, 10-4 hat on at this point. You know, because we don't know.
When I first heard about it, that's what I thought it was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was, you know, old sour situation going bad. You know, might have saw something. Somebody else might have been coming out the apartment, or something might have gotten mad. That's what I thought it was. You know, initially, before everything else, before it got to this point, before, you know, like I was saying, when they first, you know, talked about the story when she first got arrested and everything. That's what I thought it might have been a old situation. You know,
I mean, let's think about it. We've heard worse. Mm-hmm. We've heard worse in situations where there was an intimate situation. We've heard worse of situations. You know, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that kind of information came out, you know, on down the line. You know, I just wouldn't be surprised. It just seems to me, you know, it's just this jigsaw puzzle that we got some missing pieces to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, that's just what that's what it looks like. But again, it's my spidey senses. It's my street sense. It's my street senses. You know, tingling. You know what I'm saying? Like my hair is raising up. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. These dots ain't connected. Even after she got convicted of murder and all that. You know, I'm still my tenses is just going on. Cause you just ain't finna sit there and tell me, "Oh, I thought he was gonna kill me." That's not flying. That ain't. We all know that ain't true. But I'm going a different direction with it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, whoa, chick, wait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This man probably had pictures of his mama, you know, up his family and stuff, yeah, up in his house, and then you ain't mean to tell me you ain't look around and see. Come on now, mm-hmm. Come on. You know, I'm not buying. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. We all knew that she was gonna come up with some, you know, it was gonna be some crazy shit, you know, and you know, they came up with the you know, oh, you can do this on so and so doctor, castle doctor. They came up with the castle doctrine and all this stuff. I was like, you know, come on now, it's something more to this. It's something more. They didn't have a leg to stand on. I mean, think about this. They did not have a leg to stand on. There was not a leg to stand on in this situation, and the only thing they come up with was the castle doctrine. You know, I mean, I don't know, man. It's a lot of things to me that's unexplained. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's unexplained. That I've discussed this with people that are close to the situation. You know, I'm not even talking from a outlandish. I'm talking from I've talked to people that's close to the situation. So, you know, I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. I think I will. If nothing ever comes out, I will go to my grave saying, "Hey, man, you know, there's some fishy smell going on here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that's just the way I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know how his brother's gonna look at it. You know how his brother's gonna look at this kind of thing.
It's always gonna be something because you know it's never nothing's ever just cut and dry. You always gotta you know you're gonna look for any you know little stray hairs or anything like that. And you know, because like I said, I just think it's something more. I know some folks in the chat said that they didn't know each other beforehand. You know, there's something deeper than that. You know, again, like I say, it's some real questionable shit going on. Like I say, we may not.
I mean, I'm not saying that it couldn't have been. You know, even if what she said is true, that she thought she went to the wrong apartment, she still should get convicted. You know what I'm saying? She still should do some time. But you know, all I'm saying is, it's just looking like it's more to this than, you know, it just, you know, that she just walked to the wrong apartment. I just can't. There's something about me. I just can't buy that. I can't buy it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that's been around people for a long time, and I'm looking around and I'm like, well, you know, yeah, I'm even like, you know, on my job, I work, you know, with this guy that played in the NFL for 7 years, and he said the same thing, man. He said the same thing. He's like, look, man, I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying this store. I'm not this shit. This everything about this ain't you know, it ain't panning out. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my cousin that, you know, goes, you know, has a church or whatever, you know, he's of course sticking to the Lord and all this, you know, and all that. So, you know, you definitely can get it. But I'm kind of going with logic here. We got a logic ain't, if you logically put this into you know, order, this logically ain't working out. This ain't working out logically. I don't care how you look at it. Logically, you got some questions. There's some serious questions. Let me just put it like that. And I love logic. And if you logically sit down and read all the facts and the information of this logically ain't working out. Again, dead man can't talk. He can't tell his side of the story. You know, so we will never really know the what really happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
You know, some people think that she just walked in, saw a nigga in there, and she just said, "Hey, I'm gonna shoot." You know, that could be true. I can't. You know, rule that out. I can't rule that out. I can't. At this point, I can't rule that out because I'm sitting there looking at this like, well, you know, hey, you know, it's a lot of unexplained shit here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, it's like I said, it's just unfortunate, man. Like I said, that young man, you know, doing all the right things, and you know, even if it was based on a little bit of weed or whatever it is. I mean,
and weed. Come on, man. Come on. Weed. Are we seriously talking about weed in 2019?
Exactly.
Weed is damn near decriminalized at this point. You know, I had a cousin that got pulled over for weed in Mississippi, and the goddamn cop let him go. That was in Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mississippi.
I mean, when he told me that, I talked to him, and he said the motherfucker caught him with a joint. He wasn't smoking it.
Yeah.
But it had already been lit and he had put it out, but the cops saw he had been smoking the weed or whatever. He let him go. Come on now, if in Mississippi, we could damn near assume that pretty much all over the country, weed is pretty much decriminalized at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this point, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was some weed smoke in the apartment. Come on now. If we in 1979, okay, I can follow you with that argument, but hey, man, it's 2019. We ain't don't nobody care about no goddamn weed. Nobody cares. Their job, most jobs they do that to go through formalities. But when the last time you heard somebody say, "Hey man, I got a random drug test"? Unless you're in the NFL or some shit. I got a random drug. You in the NFL? Yeah, okay. But anywhere else, you don't hear that shit no more. When the last time you heard that? They don't even do that. They don't even do that in the service anymore. Yeah. And I was in the service.
Even in the NFL, they know when that stuff is coming, so that's why people be surprised when these dudes get caught up. Oh, everybody in the NFL smoking shit. What's his name just came out and talking about he smoked after every game.
When is it the only time you hear about this shit in the NFL when motherfuckers admit it? What you hear about most in the NFL is substance abuse, like certain substances and shit you ain't supposed to take. I mean, weed is pretty much. I mean, look, let's say in the next 20. Look, come on now. In the next 20 years, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about weed. Right now, we at the point now where, people really just don't. They just don't give a damn. Nobody gives a damn about that shit. Come on, some weed smoke. Come on now.
Yeah, like I say, it's not that long. I mean, especially with all the CBD and everything else going. Like I said, I think it'll be sooner than that. The way everybody going with it. So I don't know. It's not even really an issue. Well, down here, shit, it's what you can have. I think an ounce.
You can have a certain amount in your car. You can have a certain amount in your car, can't you?
Yeah, they ain't even tripping. I think you can have. I think it's out. Like I said,
personal amount. It's like a certain amount. It's like that they consider a personal amount, less than an ounce or something. It's something. I'd look it up, but if you get a personal amount in your car and they won't even.
Yeah, it's like a ticket.
You can go to the house.
Yeah, they basically give you a ticket. Like I say, it's almost. I almost want to say it was up to a quarter pound, but I might be mistaken. It might have been somewhere else. Like I said, I ain't been fooling with it for a while, so I don't know. I forgot what the exact.
It's I know I'm the same. I ain't really. Like I might puff a little bit if I'm out with some folks, something like that. But I can't remember the last time I smoked some weed. But I'm just saying, you don't hold nothing against nobody that smoke weed no more. Yeah. Those days are over. Those days been over. I mean, that happened in September 2018. That shit was over a long time ago. Somebody told you come on, man. You remember the days when back in the 90s and the early 90s when somebody said, "Man, I smoke weed." No, that was a big deal.
Yeah. He was a troublemaker. You was a bad dude. That's what people thought you was.
Yeah, you was a bad dude. You smoke weed. Shit, you smoked some weed in 2007. You just an average old nigga. And that's in 2007. That's like, you just average old, really? Shit. Well, where the weed at? Motherfuckers like, what's that? You talking shit, but where the shit at? I want some of that weed. Come on, man. Nobody care about that shit. Nobody care about no goddamn. That's. And then another thing too that kind of got me on the fence is she coming up with these old 1950 defenses. I'm like, yeah, baby, that's not gonna work. Weed ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work today. That's we talking about prohibition, and this is prohibition. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody care about that bullshit no more, man. But. Hey, my thing is this. I think me and you on the same page on this, but who you think gonna win the division? I think it's just gonna come down to. I think it's gonna come down to a bunch of motherfuckers gonna be the same record. It's gonna come down to a division record. Something like that. It's gonna be tiebreakers at the end of the season. What you think, man?
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be because it's like I say right now. It's so week to week. I don't know who is what. I feel like the Jags are having a little bit of a run right now, but I think they're gonna kind of fall out the conversation. Like I say, with the Titans, I don't know who y'all are. One day y'all looking like world beaters.
Look. Let me tell you who we are. I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay. The Bills look good. The Bills look like one of the best teams in the league right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll crush them. We'll beat the fucking shit out of them. Like we beat Atlanta, everybody was surprised. We'll beat them. Oh, the Chiefs? Are you kidding me? We're going to beat the fucking shit out of the Chiefs. We'll beat the Chiefs. Oh, yeah. We'll whoop their ass. Yeah. You know what I'm about to say. We'll beat the Chiefs. Yeah, we'll whoop their ass. Raiders? Oh, we're losing the Raiders. We're going to lose to the Raiders. We're going to lose to the Denver Broncos. We're going to lose. Come on. I mean, come on now. We're going to lose to the Jaguars again. Even after everybody done figured them out, we'll lose to them again. It's going to be 8-8. We're going to lose to teams that we shouldn't lose to. We're going to beat. Y'all going to look up, and the Chiefs, they're going to be like, God damn. The Titans beat Patrick Mahomes. They whip their ass, and they ain't just gonna whoop their ass. The Titans ain't just gonna whoop the Chiefs' ass. It's gonna be like not even close. The game gonna be over with in the fucking first half. Then we gonna come play y'all, and we gonna get our ass stomped. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get stomped in the ground. That's how we gonna do it. That's how we gonna put it down like that. That's how we gonna do it. And I hate to say it like that, but it's true.
The Titans are always good for beating the team that nobody expected to beat, and that's why I say you just don't know what you're getting day in and day out. Right now, the Texas playing down to whoever competition, and then letting it, like I say, every game has been too close for comfort in my opinion. Every game has come down to the last few minutes. Like I say,
but really, the Texans made me feel good. The Texans made me feel good because we get me by backup quarterbacks, and they got beat by the backup quarterback. I mean, then we beat like next week, y'all play Atlanta, right? Y'all win that game. Y'all beat the great quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, right now, the way that secondary looking, look, Julio finna go out there and have a field day, man. Julio finna set up because we gave him 183 to Keenan Allen. Then McCaffrey had like almost 180 total yards. And then, so, man, look, Julio gonna go out there because we just, I guess, most of the time the strategy is.
He looked mad. He looked mad after our game. He looked mad. He looked mad. I think he's gonna rebound. He looked mad after our game. He looked real mad. I saw the interview. He looked mad.
I got all faith in Watson. I just ain't got no faith in O'Brien. It's like, as long as he's still calling them plays, there's gonna be some stupid shit going on.
Don't talk to me about coaches. Do not talk to me about coaches.
Yeah, I came from.
Don't ask me the question of whether I would have O'Brien or my coach right now. Don't ask me that.
Man, look.
Don't ask me that. Did you see that? Did you see that fourth down that he went for? Where we had a chip shot field goal.
Mm-mm.
Don't ask me about Vrabel. Don't ask me about Vrabel right now, man. Don't ask me about Vrabel because if somebody would ask me if you rather have Bill O'Brien or Vrabel right now, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'll say any goddamn thing.
The grass ain't always greener, man. Look. You saw who was it? Hopkins. He got you in the red zone. About 15 yards out, you got Hopkins throwing a pass. Why? Why are you doing that? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a pass that you would not advise a quarterback to make. You got your all-pro wide receiver mix. So don't
get me started, man. We'll be talking all night. I know you got a lot of people that's calling in. Yeah. We'll be talking all night because I watched y'all games. I watched our games. I'm just like, hey, we might as well have each other's coach. we might as well have it. I'm not even trying to be like a fair dude here. I would love to just talk shit to you. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to be like 4-0 and just like talking shit to you. But I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, the fuck kind of shit is this?
Okay, that's how I feel. That's why I'm upset because I want to talk some shit. I can't talk no shit. I can't. Like I said, I can't. I just got to sit there and just I got to be balanced in my assessment. I can't lean and have nobody just it is what it is.
I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. I'm looking at my team like we doing the same shit we do every year. We go and beat the teams out of the division, and people in the division look at it like, well, they just beat the fucking Patriots. We beat the Cowboys. We blew them out. The Eagles. No problem. The Buffalo Bills last year, lost. I mean, I am. You ain't finna, I can't talk too much. I'm gonna put up a video or something this week on my way to work, but I can't talk too much shit. I can't. But brother, that's my thoughts on it. I'm keeping it as clean as I can because I do know more about the situation than I want to say because I have seen that brother alive, Botham Jean. I've seen him alive. He was a song leader at my cousin's church. And it's my first cousin. We're not talking about somebody that's third cousin, but it's my first cousin. And I've been knowing him my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm real cool, real close with him, real cool dude. He was all on CNN. That cat that you see on CNN, talking, Sammy Barrett, that's my cousin. Okay. That's my cousin. That's my first cousin. He went to that church, at Dallas West Church of Christ. And, he went to that church. We've talked extensively about the situation. I can't get into it like I would really want to. I'm waiting on the verdict, not the verdict, but I'm waiting on the sentencing and to see how that go. But, yeah, Yeah, the only hope I got is towards the end of the season. You know, I'm gonna get X-rated and talk shit to y'all at the end of the season. You know how that
when
goes.
it come
You know
around
how
that
that
time,
goes.
yeah, when it come around that time, man, let me know. Like, if say you can come on and we can do like we did last season, man.
All right, I'll be around, man. Hey, man, do your thing. I know you got more people to talk to. I'm gonna cut it short tonight. I'm gonna be fair with you, brother, and I'll holler at you later, player.
All right, Charlotte, man, it's always good to talk to you, man.
All right.
Already. Okay. I think we're gonna make that's gonna be that because I don't think we had anybody else in line. I said I was gonna do the 2 hour thing. I got to get strict on the schedule so I can continue to give y'all some more calls. If you was holding and I didn't get to you, I apologize. Just a very interesting topic of conversation this evening. But like I said, we're gonna get back on track to where we get to the nightly conversations because it's been a whole lot. I got a couple of videos I need to drop. I want to re-edit because I've been trying to do my editing thing more so instead of just doing straight, recordings. The raw recordings are cool, but I want to bring a little bit more flavor to some of the videos. Definitely want to talk about that homecoming thing. Definitely want to talk about the dread. As a connoisseur of the dreads myself, I want to talk. I got a video out talking about that situation with the little girl, and I'm telling you, when I first saw it, like I wanted to believe, but I just had that. I had this. Just it smelled like smullet. It's just something about it just smelled like smullet. And then it's one other video I got. And I want to talk about Stacey Dash. So, because there's some definite mixed opinions on the Stacey Dash situation. So, like I say, but we're gonna get to that tomorrow, man. I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. Like I said, anybody who may have been holding on, I apologize if I didn't get to you. But I do like the new deadline now, even though the number has changed, because it just works better without having to do all of the. How do y'all feel? Do y'all prefer the new deal? Is the sound the same? Is it any different for y'all compared to the last number? And as far as, me personally, like I said, I prefer not hearing all the beeping and all of that stuff. So I think that you know what I'm saying? I think that, how do I teach you out of pistachios, Shannon? I would never. You know what? Here, hold on. Let me look. Since you claim that I'm such a bad person, and you talk about my eating habits, you call me ghetto. I think you called my dog Ratchet one time. But I'm going to show Miss Shannon some love. You know what I'm saying? And bye. Don't say I ain't never gave you nothing. So, like I said, I appreciate all of you. I think you're all wonderful people. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get back on track. I know some of y'all have been reaching out. Hey, are we gonna be live tonight? The schedule's been all confusing, and and everything going on with that. Like I said, we're gonna try to get back to the regularly scheduled programming. Den at 10. Make sure you follow the Den on all the proper social medias. Den Show Live at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you like the Facebook page. Make sure you're a part of the Den Show Facebook group. The links are in the description below. Shout out to all of the 335s and the anonymous, that's an inside joke for some of y'all who showed some love, man. I appreciate all of y'all. And man, like I said, it's time to get right back at it, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are wonderful people. It is an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to get to chop it up with y'all, man. I thank y'all for joining the Den. If you're new to this, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is a place where free speech is embraced. Whatever's on your mind, however you feel, we're going to always keep it real. With that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Till next time, I'm out.